Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning back into Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from Osees, Protean. So this is the 23rd full-length studio album from the ever-prolific psychedelic garage rock band Osees. And this is their first full-length under the sort of new name change, which has been changed 6 times over the years. This time they just messed around with the spelling, but still being spearheaded over here by John Dwyer. Oh, and by the way, there is another full-length album coming on October 16th that was announced the same day this album was released. So it doesn't seem like they're planning on slowing down anytime soon, and Protean Threat over here is anything but slow. Osees have always kind of gone back and forth between really in-your-face blistering garage punk and then more psychedelic proggy rock. And this new album over here certainly does have elements of both sides, but it does lean a little bit more towards that garagey punk side. It still very much sounds like you would expect an Osees album to sound like, but this time around there's all these little new synthetic details that are layered in that give it a effect that seems like it's kind of squishy, a little bit weirder. And when they dropped the in their name a couple years back, they did add a second drummer, and on this record here, the drumming is a little bit more of a driving force. I mean, I can't just help but admire that over 23 full-length albums, the band is still finding little ways here and there to make each album sound different from one another. I just wish this time around it was applied to better songs, because a lot of what happens on this new LP over here is just, you know, a little half-baked, a little too brief, or kind of fleeting. Take the track Mizmuth, for example. It does have a really intriguing start to it, but just kind of builds into absolutely nothing. And the track If I Had My Way does have a pretty nice groove to it overall, but I mean, the track just repeats itself in a way that's just not engaging. I feel like the same can be said about the tracks Toadstool and Red Study. And then you have cuts on here like Wing Run and Upbeat Ritual that are basically just instrumental passages or motifs really that just don't add much to the track list in my opinion. I ended up liking the more noisier tracks like the opening cut Scramble Suit 2 and the lead single Dreary Nonsense. Both tracks show the band pretty much going balls to the wall, and those synthetic elements that they've laced in just enhances the flavor and the overall punch. But yeah, overall, I mean, this album is just a little jumbled and fleeting, and the tracks I ended up enjoying that stuck out were just a little too far in between. I could definitely see a few of these tracks working themselves into one of their live sets really well. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, the album's just a bit bloated, and I don't know, just like the songs are just not there. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 5.5 over here on Protean Threat. Now, for those of you collectors out there who are familiar with John Dwyer and company over at Castleface Records, you would have seen that they put out some really awesome exclusive presses that sell out extremely fast, especially when it's one of the Osees records, and this album was no exception. There was a really cool limited half glass-filled Kool-Aid pressing that was up for sale. That's completely gone, so all that's left now is standard black. However, over at Rough Trade Records, they do have 2 exclusive colored variants up for sale now. There's a neon orange, but also a neon pink colored vinyl up there out of $1,500. So I have links down below in my description box to both places if you're looking to collect this album. And if you have listened to this new Osees record, what did you think about it? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and share. And if you want more content from me, hit that subscribe button. Peace.